Hello paper crafters, I'm Sunny Sky and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And today I have a card for you with some vellum and glitter. So this glitter paper that is around the edge and also in our little flowers, this is one of the Sale-a-bration free items that you can get with a $50 purchase that is only good through the end of March. So act fast if you want that. Otherwise, we do have glitter paper in other colors that's in the regular catalog. So you are able to get this look even if you're watching this video later on in the year. And this jar on this card is made out of a vellum overlay, so that is kind of fun. And so we're using this bundle in the catalog, the Jarvelub stamp set, and then the coordinating dies. And you get a lot of dies in this set, and these two flowers are all in one die together, and they're also on the stamp together, and we're going to use those today so you'll be able to see how you can stamp with the double die there. Now this interesting cutout here is if you would like to make this jar a shaker card or have some sort of window in the middle of it, you could stamp the large jar and then just cut out the center there so you've got room around it for a frame. So that's kind of a neat way that you can use this set. Really good planning on the part of Stampin' Up! To come up with all these alternate uses. So here are the papers that you're going to need. You're going to need some vellum, and I've already pre-cut the vellum for the little jar. A scrap to do our little banner on the front. This piece of white cardstock is the size where you get 5 from 1. You can watch my video on that, and I have a link to that posted at the end of this video, or you can also search it. But there's the size there. The glitter paper, we are double dosing this glitter. All the little flowers and things that we've cut out of the glitter, I just cut out of the center because this white sheet is going to go on top and you're not going to see it. So it's a great way to save your paper. And then you're going to need your full card. Okay, so we're going to start with our stamping with doing the jar, and place the jar near the bottom of your piece of cardstock because you do need room for the flowers to come out on the top. And I'm doing this in Marina Mist. And then this bit of water I'm going to stamp off so that it's a paler look once it's in my jar, because water would probably not be that bold unless it was a deep lake, right? And then I've got my stems for my flowers. I'm using Cucumber Crush. And I'm going to stamp these a couple of times, and that they'll be a little paler is going to be fine. And I'm going to turn it over so I can have some going off to the right-hand side as well. And these stems will not go all the way down to the base of your jar if they stick up very high. And we don't need to really worry about that too much because you don't have to have the flowers totally attached to the stems. Now I'm using Sweet Sugarplum for these flowers. This is the 2 flowers that are one stamp, and you see the little arrow, kind of, a little tab pointing up on the stamp there. And this is because you were going to stamp 2 images of flowers, and this way we'll know which way I've got the arrow pointing up, so when I come back with the other image, I'll have it pointing up as well. And I'm just going to put some down here as if they fell down on the ground. And I'm going to decorate my envelope as well with just a few flowers on the back, and then some on this little corner here. Let's see, I think I want to do one more batch of flowers up here. And then there's another image that is the center of these flowers. Again, it's got that little arrow pointing up. I'm making it point up. You can make it point whichever direction you want. So then I know it's quicker to line up the flowers with their centers that way. So that's a handy thing that Stampin' Up! Has started doing just in the last, maybe it's been 2 years now. And so I'm just stamping right over these existing flowers with that additional layer of color. And this card comes together pretty quickly, even though it's got some layering to it. Okay, so now I'm ready to take my vellum jar that I created. And when you're working with vellum, of course, you can see adhesive through the vellum. So I'm going to put the adhesive where I know I have other things to sort of camouflage that look. At the top of the jar where the rim is, there's a lot of stamping texture, so you don't see it too much there. And then I'm going to have my banner coming over there. So that's going to cover that up. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and stamp my banner. That is also in Sweet Sugarplum. And I'm going to do the word thanks. And we're using this handy dandy banner duo punch. And I always use it backwards so I can see where I'm going. And you could use either side of your banner. I think I'll use this one this time. There's my banner. Alright, now I can put some adhesive on the back of this just to get it onto the jar, but because it's that vellum and because I only could put adhesive on the vellum in just a couple of places, I'm going to put these glue dots on the very edge of this banner where they can sort of go on the vellum, and if I'm lucky they'll stick a little over on the cardstock as well, because the banner is a little bit wider than the jar. So I'm just going to make the banner up a little bit higher. There you go. And so you can kind of see the layer of water down below through there. And then I have these glittered shapes that I cut out of both the Bermuda Bay and the Sweet Sugarplum cardstock. So I'm just going to put a glue dot on the back of them and just put them randomly on my, I have a little stem down here with no flower, so I'll put one down there. I need a larger flower kind of as a focal point. Put him up here. In fact, he can even come off the edge of the cardstock just slightly. Let's see, where else? I seem to have just blue glitter here, just the Bermuda Bay, so let me find a Sweet Sugarplum. Just going to glitter it right up. I'm going to put him right in the middle of these other flowers. Oh, maybe I'll just totally cover up one of those flowers, so I didn't get my backing off. There we go. And one more smaller one with that Sweet Sugarplum look. I'm kind of at the edge of the flower. Let me get in a second one here just to make sure he sticks. Right there. Okay, now we're going to adhere this onto this. Now, this, because of the glitter and it's very textured, it's a little harder to stick things to it. So instead of just using a standard multi-purpose dry adhesive, I'm going to use my tear and tape. You also could use your wet glue. You need something just a little bit stronger. You could use the fast fuse. And I do have those holes in the center of that piece where I borrowed them for my flowers. So I'm just going to have a little extra. Doesn't want to come off that side. There we go. Little extra adhesive just to make sure that it stays. And I'll just put that right on there. And then I can use regular adhesive for the back of this cardstock. Again, I think I'll do a little in the center just to make sure we're sticking well. Looks like I'm at the end of my thing of Snail there. Alright, and this is my full card that I've already scored. And I'll just lay this on top. Okay, so this one has the Sweet Sugarplum edge. The other one has the Bermuda Bay. And this packet of the glitter paper also comes with some mint macaron. So you get 3 colors in there. So that's kind of fun. So anyways, that's the card for today. So I hope you enjoy this. Thanks for joining me. Please share this video with a friend, subscribe to my channel, shop on my website if you don't already have a demonstrator, and go have some fun crafting.